Zsuzsanna Budapest is a name that shines brightly in the story of modern feminism. She is a powerful witch, a dedicated activist, and a spiritual mother to many. Her work helped to awaken a new understanding of the goddess. She showed women that their own spiritual experiences were valid and deeply important. Zsuzsanna, often called Z, brought forth a spirituality centered on women, for women. This was a radical idea at the time, a true turning point for many. Her courage and vision laid a strong foundation for the women's spirituality movement, a path many now walk with gratitude. She helped us remember ancient wisdom. Her early life in Hungary was filled with art, magic, and the stories of her mother, a medium and sculptor. Born in 1940, Zsuzsanna grew up surrounded by strong women and ancient folk traditions. This upbringing planted the seeds for her future path. She learned from her mother about the power of intuition and the sacredness of the feminine. The political turmoil in Hungary, including the 1956 uprising, also shaped her. It taught her about resilience and the fight for freedom. These early experiences fueled her passion for justice and her deep connection to the spiritual world, guiding her journey towards a unique feminist path. In the vibrant and changing landscape of 1970s America, Zsuzsanna felt a powerful calling. She saw a deep need for a spiritual practice that honored women fully. She decided to create something new, yet rooted in ancient ways. Thus, in 1971, in Los Angeles, she founded the Susan B. Anthony Coven No. 1. This was the very first coven exclusively for women. It was named after the famous suffragist, linking spiritual practice directly with feminist ideals. This act was revolutionary. It declared that women's spirituality was a powerful force for change and self-discovery, separate from patriarchal structures. The purpose of the Susan B. Anthony Coven No. 1 was clear and bold. It was created to be a safe and sacred space for women. Here, they could explore their spirituality without male domination or oversight. The coven focused on celebrating the goddess in all her forms. It encouraged women to reclaim their power and connect with their own inner wisdom. It was a place for healing, for ritual, and for building strong sisterly bonds. This coven became a beacon, inspiring countless other women to form their own groups. It showed that women could lead their own spiritual lives, on their own terms, finding strength in their shared experiences. Zsuzsanna Budapest was never one to shy away from a fight, especially for women's rights. Her activism was a natural extension of her spiritual beliefs. She understood that true spiritual freedom required social and legal freedom as well. She stood up against patriarchal laws and societal norms that sought to diminish women's power. Her voice was strong, and her actions were brave. She organized protests, spoke at rallies, and used her platform to advocate for change. She believed that witchcraft itself was an act of political resistance. It was a way to reclaim an ancient heritage that had been suppressed for centuries, a heritage empowering women. One of her most famous legal battles began in 1975. Zsuzsanna was arrested in her candle and bookshop, the Feminist Wicca, in Venice, California. Her crime, reading tarot cards for an undercover policewoman. She was charged under an old fortune-telling ordinance. Zsuzsanna knew this was not just about tarot cards. It was about religious freedom. It was about the right of women to practice their spirituality openly. She decided to fight the charges, turning her personal struggle into a public cause. This case became a rallying point for witches and feminists across the country, highlighting the prejudice they faced. The legal battle was long and arduous, lasting for nearly a decade. Zsuzsanna argued that reading tarot was a legitimate part of her religion as a Wiccan priestess. She asserted that the fortune-telling law was being used to discriminate against her beliefs. Her courage in court was remarkable. She faced skepticism and hostility, but stood firm in her convictions. Finally, in 1985, the California Supreme Court ruled in her favor. This landmark decision affirmed that fortune-telling, when part of genuine religious practice, was protected under the First Amendment. It was a huge victory for religious freedom for all minority faiths. This legal triumph had far-reaching consequences. It helped to legitimize Wicca and other pagan religions in the eyes of the law. It also emboldened many women to practice their spirituality more openly, without fear of persecution. Zsuzsanna's unwavering stance showed that one person, armed with truth and determination, could challenge unjust laws. Her fight was not just for herself, but for all women seeking spiritual autonomy. It demonstrated the powerful connection between spiritual practice and the fight for civil rights. Her victory helped pave the way for greater acceptance and understanding of diverse spiritual paths in society. Zsuzsanna Budapest's influence extends deeply through her writings. Her most significant work is the Holy Book of Women's Mysteries, first published in 1979. This book became a foundational text for the burgeoning women's spirituality movement. It offered rituals, spells, and lore specifically for women, centered on the goddess. It was a revolutionary act to create a holy book that placed women at the very heart of spiritual practice. For many women, it was the first time they saw their experiences and their bodies celebrated as sacred. It provided a framework for a spirituality that was entirely their own. The Holy Book of Women's Mysteries did more than just provide rituals. It helped to define and popularize Dianic Wicca. This branch of Wicca, as envisioned by Zsuzsanna, focuses exclusively on the goddess. It honors the female divine in all her aspects, maiden, mother, and crone. The book provided a spiritual lineage and a history that women could claim. It encouraged women to create their own rituals and connect with the divine in ways that felt authentic to them. It was a call to reclaim female power and to celebrate the cycles of women's lives and the cycles of nature. It spoke to a deep hunger for spiritual validation. Her teachings, disseminated through her books and workshops, empowered countless women. Zsuzsanna taught that every woman is a priestess. She emphasized direct experience of the divine, rather than relying on intermediaries. Her approach was practical and down-to-earth, making magic accessible to everyone. She encouraged women to trust their intuition and to find magic in everyday life. This message of self-empowerment was transformative. It helped women to heal from past wounds and to step into their own strength. She showed them that their voices mattered and their spiritual journeys were sacred. The core tenets of Dianic Wicca, as shaped by Zsuzsanna, revolve around goddess reverence and female empowerment. It is a tradition that celebrates women's bodies, their life cycles, and their unique connection to the earth. Dianic Wicca involves women-only circles, creating safe spaces for sharing and ritual. It emphasizes self-love, sisterhood, and social justice. While some Dianic groups have grown in their own directions, Zsuzsanna's original vision remains powerful, influential. Her work laid the groundwork for a powerful, woman-centered spiritual path that continues to nourish and inspire women around the world, helping them find their own sacred center. Zsuzsanna Budapest's influence continues to ripple through the world today. She is widely recognized as a foremother of modern feminist spirituality. Her courage in establishing women-only sacred spaces and fighting for religious freedom has left an indelible mark. Many contemporary witches and spiritual feminists trace their lineage or inspiration back to her work. She showed that spirituality could be a powerful tool for personal and political transformation. Her legacy is one of fierce advocacy for the goddess and for all women. She helped to birth a movement that continues to grow and evolve, changing lives. One powerful manifestation of her ongoing legacy is the International Goddess Festival. Zsuzsanna founded this festival to provide a space for women to gather, celebrate the goddess, and share their wisdom. It is a vibrant and joyful event, filled with rituals, workshops, music, and art. The festival embodies her vision of a world where women's spirituality is honored and celebrated openly. It is a testament to the community she helped to build. It allows women from diverse backgrounds to connect with each other and with the divine feminine, strengthening the bonds of sisterhood and spiritual practice on a global scale. Even now, Zsuzsanna remains active and engaged. One of her current projects is Baba Boogie and the Berkeley Broads. This is a television show that showcases the wisdom and talents of elder women. It is a playful and empowering project that challenges ageism and celebrates the vitality of older women. Through this show, Zsuzsanna continues to provide a platform for women's voices. She reminds us that wisdom and creativity do not diminish with age. Instead, they deepen and become even more valuable. This project reflects her lifelong commitment to honoring all stages of a woman's life. In conclusion, Zsuzsanna Budapest's impact on feminism and modern spirituality is profound and lasting. From her early life experiences to her groundbreaking coven, from her legal victories to her influential writings, she has consistently championed the cause of women and the goddess. Her work has empowered millions to reclaim their spiritual heritage and to live more authentic, powerful lives. The seeds she planted decades ago have blossomed into a worldwide movement. Her enduring legacy is a testament to her vision, her courage, and her unwavering dedication to the sacred feminine. She is truly a witch who changed the world for the better.